Shit really made me feel bad for bro.
Yeah, I did
Like,
too. I can't front.
So wait, why did this picture? This was actually 22 weeks ago from today or yesterday
Yeah, that's Dave
That's an
Free
actual-
commenting
on Drake.
on the picture of Kendrick Shorty and her kids. So, on the surface, that could just be
yeah.
it could be a thing, or it could be something more. We don't know.
Liked by author, so Kendrick liked it.
No. His wife
She liked it.
or his girl, his baby mom. We don't know if they even together or not.
Okay.
What else? I feel like I was about to preface this. Oh yeah, do y'all know why the Heart Part 6 is important?
Because of Kendrick's series.
The Kendrick has
got
a
a
series
series.
called The Heart.
Okay.
He's done 1 through 5. The next one was 6,
Uh-huh.
but obvious reasons he
Okay.
can't do it anymore.
That's funny.
Word. I love this.
All right.
You put it up a little bit, bro.
The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in? 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connects stand up, not fall down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was like, Mother I.
Pause.
Mother I. Wait a second. That's that
Pause
one
it, bro.
record where you say you got molested.
That was, so, Mother I Sober is a record on Kendrick's album where he talks about his mother being overly concerned when she left him with one of the family members because out of a fear of that family member touching him because she got touched as a kid. So he
Yeah, I heard something about that.
he incorrectly references that here.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? But that was just context. That's why he said Mother I, because Mother I Sober is the name of that song.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with. It's so excessive. They acting like it's so aggressive. But you just never known affection. I don't wanna dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting.
Yo,
I
he's a
never
wild
been
boy.
with no one underage, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment. The shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents. But you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gon' see on no sex offender list. Easy does it. You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I'll slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross air like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I'd never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hit maker, dog, not
a lot of niggas started getting at this nigga for that line because obviously, you know, the ref Whitney, Bobby Brown, right? But he says, only fuckable Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never looked twice at no teenager. Millie Bobby Brown is 11 from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there was that whole thing that happened with them years ago when she was like 13, 14 years old, when she was like, yeah, I love Drake. Me and Drake, we be texting or whatever.
Yeah.
She came to his show or whatever the case is. I remember she posted a picture of her laughing, and it was like the caption was like, she was like, the photo creds Drake, whatever. And she's like, yeah, Drake is my man. She was saying that shit or whatever the case is. So the thing with that is, people were saying, yo, nobody ever brought her up. Why did you bring her up?
Yeah.
He never said anybody by name.
So what was this thing about the TikTok videos dissecting?
A bunch of TikTok videos have been saying that Drake is a weirdo for years.
But he's saying that Kendrick dissected them.
He pretty much is saying Kendrick got all of these angles of him being a pedo from TikTok videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't wanna fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you sent him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see you when I see you like Fantasia. And Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer.
That line was
This
different.
nigga's wild.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one and try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if you wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game, like, you know. But just let me know when we get into the facts. Everything in my shit is facts. I'm waiting on you to return the favor, like.
So, thoughts on this track? This is where, as of right now, it concludes.
Yeah.
What are y'all thoughts?
I think that it seems like he's kind of just over it, based off of. But it's like, I feel like if he had anything more to say than he should have, based off the last one, but at the same time, if I was being accused of some crazy stuff like that, there's that aspect where, yes, I would want to say something back, but it's like, if let's in a theoretically, he's really being honest about this, I'm gonna wait till the facts, and then he's actually not gonna like go to, what's he gonna say to being alleged a certain way, you know what I'm saying? I can maybe see that sort of angle. So there's like two different things that you could weigh out here.
Yeah.
But it does sound like he's kind of just like not trying to do anything much more as of right now.
Right. Alejandro?
I feel like I agree with you. Like, he should have, like, going on the defensive, like, I feel like probably wasn't the right move, just because, like, you know, now it looks like you're like trying to victimize yourself, when, like, you know, the whole time, like, he was saying this shit and he was like hinting at this shit and you was still fighting back. Like, I don't know, I feel like it just feels very somber, this whole track. And it's like, I feel like the angle that you went with this is kind of like, yo, it's like it's giving up. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I just think right now it's like it's not a good look. We don't know anything at this point.
True.
Like nothing's concrete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you know, I feel like the victimizing shit just kind of, to a lot of people, could make it seem a little more plausible than not. Like, I feel like if you went on the offensive, then, and just kind of brushed it off, like, I feel like it would have been a little easier to swallow. Now it's like, damn, like, you giving people kind of like time to think about this shit, you know?
To shoot him some bail, it's like, DV is bad. DV is always bad. Nobody, absolutely nobody should be putting hands on their spouse ever in any context. You know what I'm saying? Well, unless you're in a violent way, let's just say. It's a very serious allegation, right? Now, I'm not into comparing traumas or comparing crimes or whatever, but there's a really big difference between DV and PDF.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Both people get done dirty in jail, but one gets done dirty a lot worse.
Right.
So I could understand why he might take that stance of wanting to defend himself. Do I think that it was the right move for the battle? No. I don't think he should have denied anything. He shouldn't have denied the daughter. He shouldn't have done anything. But then again, he put himself into a really bad case because this would lost him the last one. But he really wanted to expose this nigga's flaw by hitting him with the, oh, well,
We fed you all this shit.
we fed you all this shit. Not to mention, he, in that tailor-made shit, he said, he was like, you should say that he likes young girls. Joe Biden said, so it's got to be true. He said, he kind of threw this shit out there beforehand, trying to like be rabbit himself, like from like 8 Mile.
Right.
But I'm like, that's not something you're gonna be able to wiggle your way out of. That those, especially when there's behavior that if somebody wanted to make something up, they can pick up on things that you have done to kind of like, well, this is weird. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you could have he could have very well just had contact with people. Weird interactions on stage. He could have had these weird interactions with the Stranger Things girls and whoever else that he's been, you know what I mean, he dealt with. It could have just been interactions, nothing ever serious. But the fact that those interactions exist are enough to have somebody
Kind of step back and like look at it a little bit.
right. I mean, this was a great track. We're talking about lyrically. This was a great track.
Yeah, he addressed a lot and very smoothly. It was like smooth the way he kind of went step by step.
Is this just the mood?
Yeah.
It's the angle.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you
Going
guys
on
were
the
saying
defensive-
that though beforehand, and I was expecting something way like you said. He sounded sad.
this shit,
I thought
this
he
shit
just
don't sound sad to you?
I think it just kind of like, to me, I could also see it as just trying to,
like being fed up.
not fed up, but like, and I don't want to say this is completely not the right analogy, or it's not the right phrase, because it's more, this would apply to Cole, but like being the bigger man. Obviously Cole was,
bigger man.
he stepped out completely, but this is that type of vibe where it's like, all right, you're out here a legend, and this is, again, it could be whatever. If I'm being accused of something like this, I'm gonna just be like, all right, you go ahead and say what you want, I'm done.
But my thing is, compare his tone on push-ups, compare his tone on Family Matters, and then compare this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
and
a
I mean,
clear discernible difference.
Well, how
And-
was
and
the
Cole's situation
the other
is different
one?
too,
What was that
because-
one like?
Push-ups.
No, the tailor-made one. What was that vibe like?
I mean, he's using other people's voices.
he's using literally someone.
Oh, it's not
who's
his voice
dead.
at all.
The last verse
The
is
last
his, but he has the first verse.
You
is
gotta
Tupac's.
listen to that.
Is it
shit, bro, 'cause
jumpy though? Like,
It sounds like a Dr. Dre song.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's trolling you by using a dead person's voice and then a West Coast legend. That doesn't sound like that's unserious. He's very
you
unserious.
have to be a certain type of person to think that that's okay. Like that in and of itself is just kind of disturbing. You know what I'm saying? Like not even someone who like died of natural causes, but who died because of shit like this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
And who was murdered. Like that shit is not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like comparing the Cole shit is you can't really compare apples to oranges because like with Cole shit, like he never came at from what I remember, he didn't really come at Kendrick's character that hard like this. He was just, sparring lyrically, talking about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you drop a hard verse every 3 years, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. It was all about, rap. It was about music. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was about competition. This shit is about this.
I mean, everybody was mad about that, and now they're all like opposite sides about it.
I mean, but like,
they're taking shots at character.
Could you not? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, so just as a result, my son got into a beef. If I'm Drake's dad, I'm getting eviscerated because of what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, I'm getting called out on records because of what he did. Adonis, people telling me my dad's a piece of shit because of X, Y, and Z. Kendrick, his wife is getting dragged through or his shorty, BM, whatever, getting dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Top is getting allegations thrown at him, whether they're true or not. Dave Freeze having so it's like this shit starts to become much bigger than you. You can clown me to shit, but if you're gonna start coming at my kids, you'll start coming at my family. Cole didn't have real smoke with either of those dudes at all.
Yeah, it's like the direction that, like, bro, like push-ups. Like I feel like Drake kind of started this aggressive shit because push-ups was, you know what I'm saying? Like he came at Kendrick's character. So
isn't that what everybody wanted though?
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you saying it in such a tone?
Bro,
I'm just saying the angle that he took, like you know what I'm saying? To respond
I see what
to
you're
your
saying,
question,
that like his last two were a different vibe, but at the same time, like it could just be a reaction in response to like for example, that Eerie Kendrick song was a completely different vibe than the Just Not Like Us.
But it wasn't. It
Not
never.
Like Us.
But I this shit sounds defensive, regardless of tone. As a defensive tone, nothing that Kendrick dropped had been defensive, because the moment that you turn defensive, this is rap beef. Why are you defending yourself? And the difference is, I'll say this: like Drake, I think that it really. It's tough because it's not like you said, it's not apples to oranges. Like the last time Drake took an L in the beef, it was because he was fake not claiming your son.
Yeah.
Or you wasn't ready to claim your son. You was keeping it a secret. That's not gonna result in much. You could actually lose face. Like, fuck. Personally, like financially, this could affect your bottom line. So I understand to a degree because this is what Drake is about. Drake is a bottom line kind of guy. I don't think that Drake is like the dude who has like the most. Let me have the most. Like I don't want to say that because that sounds hatish, but it's like he doesn't really stand for much politically, socially, like you know what I mean, any of those things. He's about I'm out to just try to make some good music and I'm gonna try to get paid. So this angle made sense, but it is a concession. To me, it comes off as a concession.
Yeah, in a way.
And you know what? This shit is all of this is theoretical because I mean,
facts.
This shit came out like what? Not even a day ago, maybe like 23 hours ago or some shit like that.
It says a day ago.
It came out on Sunday.
So
it came out on Sunday.
2 days ago.
I mean, bro, we haven't even given like time for this to kind of breathe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the grand scheme of things, like we're looking at it from the perspective of like they've been dropping shots like on average like every like 13 hours.
I'm just trying to see if that shooting thing is real, because then that like what is that?
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
I mean, I think the shooting is real. I'm like.
Could be unrelated. I mean,
it could be unrelated.
Weird.
This is theoretical. Of course, I do not know. I just really want to say that somebody really got hurt from this shit, so it's not some shit to joke around. It could have been staged.
Right. That's
because you have that niggas fucking spray paint. They not like us. Somewhere in like London, he had like an OVO store. You know, this other shit. It's like theoretically, this is all theory. In the way that Kendrick might have done damage to his public persona, using his address, his real crib, calling them with these wild accusations, Mike, I'm gonna try to get your ass arrested or some shit.
Right.
I don't know if you would do that, but I mean, I have to think.
Right.
I feel like Drake is a very cerebral dude too. Yo, who y'all think won the beef? Just
I don't think it's over, but like right now, I think
I think
I
I
think
agree.
Kendrick is I think Kendrick is on top. Pose.
I mean, it means statistically it makes sense.
Statistically,
but do you think that?
But I don't think it's over. You know,
regardless of statistics, what do you feel in your heart? What do you think?
If I'm judging it based off of
whatever your criteria is,
it's tough because
tough.
I would say if it's judging it based off like if you're really trying to diss and like come at your neck, then based off the last two Kendrick things, that would make more sense to me. But if just in terms of like what I like, I would say Drake. Even though Kendrick's last one would probably be like in the top 2 overall of all these.
But that being said, I don't think he could do that again.
Kendrick?
Like to that velocity. Like I don't like that. I don't think he can make a radio like hit like that popping again. Like in terms of like a diss record, like at this magnitude. Like I think he can make something that sounds good that could that could be played, but like
okay,
the stars aligned.
I think
for this shit to really.
I think it's context.
Uh-huh.
I think that's really what made it as big as it was. Because I think if it were just released on its own, it probably wouldn't be what it was. But everybody's looking at this. It's not a record just on its own. It's context around it.
Yeah. That beat was crazy though too. Though
I mean, you heard that fucking say, "We gonna fuck up the world." Excuse me, whatever that show. It's a silly song. Just like that last one is a silly song. I think the difference is now he's talking about beef.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's talking about hatred, bro. This shit isn't even beef. This is like pure hatred, and it's like, I mean, like on Kendrick's part, this is some devilish shit that he's doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I look at him differently after this one.
Like this shit is kind of like scary, like how much hatred you could have for one person. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But like, why? Like, that's my thing. Is like, why?
Like, and make no mistake, I'm not glorifying that type of behavior at all. Like that shit is crazy. Like in terms specifically like the Meet the Graham shit. Like telling his dad or his son like, telling his son like, you need a man in
like
in
why
the house,
do you hate this dude
me?
So much at
like,
this?
That's
I think, but you gotta remember they've been like subbing each other for a decade.
Yeah, but how does it let you affect you that hard? You know.
I mean, I think it's just niggas don't like I go front. To me, the way I see it is just like these are two dudes. They're like on the opposite sides of the coin. One is the mainstream commercial nigga who's gonna do everything. He's gonna make all the songs. He's gonna be in every club. One person is on the other end is like the one who's gonna talk about the real issues. Who are gonna talk about like things that are affecting people. Who's gonna be sincere in the raps or whatever the case is. But they're both like two sides of the same coin because they're both well off, very successful.
Right.
They have different ideologies.
Yeah.
And it came to a head when Kendrick dropped the Control record.
Uh-huh.
And then Drake and him have been sending subtle jabs at each other ever since that we can hear on record. God only knows what happens behind the scenes, what gets said or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know, man. Like, it's not right, but
we'll see if we get any new stuff.
Yo, who do y'all think won?
That's a fact.
Who do y'all think won?
Comment
I'm very
below.
curious.
Facts.
Yes, please comment below. If we could put a poll, that'd be sweet. If you could
that
put a
would
poll.
be that would be OD.
Yeah, who do y'all think won? We want to know what y'all think in the comments below.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching this breakdown.
And check out our last, we watch all the other disses.
Yes.
Facts.
Peace.
Grr.